Once upon a time in the kingdom of Pakuan Pajajaran, there lived a king named Prabu Siliwangi with his beloved queen from the Water Kingdom. The king and queen had a daughter named Princess Kandita. They loved her so much. Princess Kandita grew becoming smart, beautiful, and has lots of talents. Seeing how capable Princess Kandita is, the king wanted to pass the kingdom to her. However, the concubines and other sons and daughters of the king didn't like the idea, so they planned to put a curse on Princess Kandita. A servant heard what they were planning and reported to the queen and princess. The queen and princess ran, but the princess was already cursed. In their running, they found a waterfall. They heard a voice to swim in the lake. The princess swam in the lake. She was instantly cured. By the time they were done, they met with the queen's brother, which was the king from the Water Kingdom. The queen and princess went together to the Water Kingdom. Despite of the curse she gets, Princess Kandita still forgive her siblings and become the successor of the Water Kingdom by being the queen of the Southern.
In this reconstructed version, we make the story where the queen or the mother of Putri Kandita didn't die. We decided to make that change because other than to connect our plot, we want to make our story not very typical like other Indonesian folk tales. We also want to show the moral of the power of mother's love, where the queen or the mother of Putri Kandita never left Putri Kandita even though Putri Kandita is sick. She is always faithful to accompany her until Putri Kandita succeeds to rule the Water Kingdom.
In the original version, we believe that the end story pictures Putri Kandita as a cruel and savage person. In real life, the mystery about Nyai Roro Kidul is also scary. The original version might have pictured Putri Kandita that way because of the grudge that Putri Kandita holds as she was exiled from her own kingdom. In this reconstructed version, we picture Putri Kandita as a forgiving, thoughtful, and patient person, where as mentioned before, she didn't hold grudges to her family and she ruled with all her heart.
In this reconstructed version, we made changes to 4 significant points. The first point is that in this version, Princess Kandita is not just beautiful but also smart and multi-talented. In the older version, or the original version, people like Princess Kandita just because of her beauty. This sums up that people judge from her appearance. However, we believe that in the modern days, beauty is not everything. In fact, it can be made easily through plastic surgery. So we all need more than beauty to be successful and capable.
So for the second point of the differences between the original and constructed version is that we add more explanation about how Princess Kandita became the Queen of the Southern Sea. In the constructed version, Princess Kandita was able to prove that she can be a great ruler to those who disagreed about her being the next ruler of Pakuan Pajajaran Kingdom. From this, we can learn that in life, there are people who wants to see others fall and fail. And there are also people who tends to care too much of what others think about them. And there are also people who enjoy stepping on others' self-confidence. However, what matters the most is how we respond or react to those negative stimuli. If we let those affect us negatively, then it is our fault to let ourselves get hurt by those negative thoughts of others about ourselves. If we choose to stand for ourselves and prove that they are wrong, then we are more likely to be successful in pursuing whatever our goal is in our life. This is what Princess Kandita did. A lot of people let others' opinion hurt or negatively affect themselves. As a result, they never achieved what they wanted in life. In this constructed version, we explain that Princess Kandita became a great ruler of the Southern Sea, so she has proven herself being able to be a great ruler, especially to prove wrong the concubines and the other sons and daughters of the king, who at first disagreed when the king wanted to give the kingdom to Princess Kandita. If Princess Kandita did let those negative judgments influence her in a bad way, such as making herself believe that she is unworthy for the crown, or that she is unable to hold the weight of the crown, or that she will be unable to hold and do the responsibilities that came along with the title of being the queen, then she would never be a successful ruler of the Southern Sea, or even worse, she would never be a great ruler for her own self, despite she met with the queen's brother, which was the king of the Water Kingdom. So, through this constructed version, we would like to ask the audience, you guys, to keep on believing on yourself, to filter and only follow building critiques to affect you. The meaning of building critiques are those critiques that improves you into a better version of yourself. And it is very important to not let others' opinion, especially the negative ones, to affect your self-esteem and self-confidence. It is very important to remember that in life, the one person that you can really depend on is yourself. So you need to keep on believing yourself and loving yourself.
The third point that we change in the reconstructed version is family is important. No matter how hurt you are because of a family member, or no matter how badly you hurt someone from your own family, forgiveness is never questionable. As family members, each of us must tolerate one another and forgive one another for all of their mistakes. In the story, Princess Kandita, despite all of her bad memories in the kingdom, still forgives her family even though they have cursed her. So, we must also forgive one another even though they had made mistakes.
The fourth point that we change is don't hold grudge to others, because holding grudge is not good for our mental health. Being hurt by someone you love and trust can cause anger, sadness, and confusion. Holding grudge may cause someone to become depressed and anxious, and it also can make someone feel that their lives doesn't or is lack of meaning and purpose. These days, there's a concept of giving back of what we had received. The simplest thing to do is to forgive others. Although this concept thus has a positive side, it also have a negative side in which conflicts will be even harder to be solved because no one wants to give in. So don't hold grudge to others, but forgive them instead.